7 stream streak. Wow, Desilu, thank you so much. Hi everybody, how are you? I'm here, I'm back, and my stream deck is all messed up, but it's okay, we'll figure it out. Let's do the thing. Hello, how are you? I am okay. This is our very first stream on the new computer. And so far it looks like everything is working. You tell me. So far, it looks like my CPU usage on the old computer when I streamed was 37%, and right now it is 5%. Isaac, thank you for the resub. I don't know why the alert did not pop up, but thank you. Oh, because I don't have it on. I'm a dope. There it is. It's on now. 27 months. Holy smokes. Thank you so much. How you been? How's everybody's New Year? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. So a couple things that are new this year is every time we get 5 new follows, we are going to be spinning the spin wheel. And every time we reach the monthly goal, for the month, I will be having a snack, a super sour snack from Final Boss. And if we get rated, we'll spin the wheel. And if we get 5 subs, we'll spin the wheel. So that was one. And I don't know how I'm going to keep track of that, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much. You guys are great. How's your new year beginning? How is your new year starting out? You'll notice I'm at a little bit different angle because I have 2 actual screens now, not one half crappy screen and an actual. So I actually moved everything a little more centered on my computer. You get to see more of my room. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. How is your guys' New Year starting? I started baking bread. I'm 5 years late to the trend, but I started baking bread. You know how that goes. Anyway, tell me how you guys celebrated New Year's. How's your New Year's kicking off? What's going on with you guys? I am gonna start this year out by painting Rupert. I got my 2025 bingo card ready. So instead of doing goals, I'm doing a bingo card. Teach the Girl and I started a bingo card. Well, she has hers and I have mine. But to me, it feels a little less overwhelming than goals. And it was kind of a cool suggestion that, you know, had popped up on the internet towards the end of the year. So anyhow, hello, hi, welcome. How are you? It's so funny that I see that Isaac's stuff isn't showing up in the chat room either, which is weird because Isaac, Korg, and Yorick don't show up in the chat room when they chat, which is fine because we don't have the chat room up for very long, but it's also just strange. It's strange, and I still haven't figured that out in Stream Elements, why that is, or what the setting is. Oh, there you are. That's funny, you didn't show up your last, oh, maybe it didn't show up because it was technically the bot that spoke for you. So you seem good. You seem all good. Oh. Guys, I have a little bit of a headache tonight, so it's gonna be a hangout and craft stream. So if you have a craft and you brought it along, please get cozy and craft with me. And I think that's it. Should we jump in? Should we get started on the painting? I think we should. Let's jump. Where is it? On my buttons. There. It's Rupert! And I'm gonna do my best to not drink my paint water, because that's a thing. Oh. Why was chat and emote only? Why is it in hang on a second. My stream deck's broken. Hang on a second. That should not be, that should be toggled off. We gotta fix it. Hang on. No emote only. Okay, sorry. I realized none of you could have told me that, but it should be fixed now. I'm so sorry. The Stream Deck is supposed to toggle those off when I go live. I don't know why it toggled them on. That's so weird. I'll have to make sure. Thank you, JJ. I really appreciate it. I actually don't have Discord up. I see your message now, but it's in streamer mode, so it doesn't ping me. Ah, thank you guys. I'm sorry. It's like I'm new here. 7 years in, and I'm new here. I've never streamed before. I haven't streamed this year, at least. All right, well, we're painting Rupert, and as you can see, Rupert has a lot more detail than Dagny did, so this is going to be interesting. I gotta get that camera to quit doing the thing that it's doing. You know, honestly, I'm actually more impressed that less is broken. I mean, that more isn't broken. Like, it told me that my graphics card isn't recommended for high capacity Twitch streaming. I'm like, good thing I don't do high capacity Twitch streaming because I'm not like partnered or anything. So what's the point? But yeah, let's focus Rupert real quick here. Hello? Why will you not? No, boo, stop. There we go. Apply. Okay, there we go. But yeah, Cats, hi! Been waiting for me to be live. Embarrassing long time to get the reference for your username. Really? Really? Well, I'm glad you got it now. The funny thing is, I still have not completed Portal. I actually have it on my list for, I think for either my Streamiversary this year, or maybe we'll do another fun event. I will actually finally finish Portal. I've only gotten through about a third of the game. But my name is a reference to The Cake is a Lie. When I first started streaming, Portal was huge and like newly released. So it was a very dumb drunk comment that I made and it stuck. And so The Cat is a Lie is here because my old username before this actually included my last name at the time, my former married name. And if I became a streamer, I didn't really want that to be out in public. So I had to change it, but so Thursday, we're gonna be playing Balatro. I'm not good at it, so please don't expect a lot out of me. But on Thursday, we're gonna play Balatro. It's the first ever roguelite I've ever played, so... and I think I'm gonna try to co-stream to YouTube. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, I'm The Cat is a Lie on YouTube. If you could follow me so that you can like chat over there and here so I can know both are working, that would be awesome. Because I've never done that before. I've never done a YouTube co-stream. But anyhow, let's start painting Rupert. So one of the things I didn't really like about the kit last time was that I felt like painting over the numbers got really difficult. So I bought some canvas erasers so that I can kind of lighten up some of the lines when I start painting them, or painting around them. So I'm not sure where I want to start on him right now, though. I kind of feel like I sort of feel like I should start with the big parts down here. So it looks like 10 and 1 and 12 are kind of where we're gonna start. So I guess let's start with ones. And I'm gonna try and use this to lighten up the one. It's not working great. It's not working great. Oh yeah, don't forget your daily tacos. I wonder if like my regular eraser would work better. Not really. A little bit. But it's just really hard to paint white over this, and I'd love to not have to do a ton of passes if I don't have to. And I feel like they could use a blue pencil on these kits and it would be much better. But who am I? So we're gonna start with 1. So far you've just heard him. Well, if you ever want to see, I'm pretty sure this is actually this painting too. Hang on. Oh no, it's not. That's not the painting that they used, but that's my puppo. He good boy. He my good boy. So I'm starting with 1, which is the white. He's actually passed out on the floor behind me, so I kind of want to be passed out on the floor, honestly. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right, so I'm gonna go top to bottom, left to right, so that I'm not dragging my hand through. I was trying really hard to get my easel up in a good camera angle for it, but I don't know. I can't figure it out for some reason. And white on white canvas is super interesting to watch me paint, so thanks for thanks for being here. Yes, please do. Please, if you guys want to craft and just pop in when you have something to say, great. I do always love a good chit chat to keep me going, but I totally get it if you use me for body doubling as well. So I'm trying to get all of my pets painted, but for Christmas this year I did gift Yorick, you know, Yorick Rictus, who's here. I am painting their cat, one of their cats. So we'll probably see me painting Biscuit, but you guys might remember Biscuit because I was Biscuit's foster mom. Biscuit was one of our foster kittens, and Yorick adopted her. That dog. My goodness. Also, I do have to say, what's really interesting to me is that I have all high-speed USB ports now. They're all 3+, and it makes such a big difference in how my camera output looks. Like, this camera I used to think was super like low quality, and it looks so much better just on a high throughput USB port. And same with this camera, it looks so much better. It's still not like great, but even the base camera looks so much better. I'm really pleased. This new computer has me so psyched up. I have not had a ton of time to like sit and get super duper involved in a game, so I'm like super behind on Palia. I have not played any Palia in like a week. I haven't gotten to any of the Magi Market this month. It's just, I've been struggling. Belatro's been easy because I can pick it up and put it down. I can just continue my run when I'm ready, but I've been busy. I got bread. There's so much bread. I got a sourdough starter that's growing on my countertop. Oh, I forgot to start the closed captions. Hang on. Let me start those. Okay. So if you're using closed captioner, you can turn that on for yourself now, and it will actually pick me up. My deep and sincere apologies. We're working the kinks out. We don't mind being a little kinky here, but don't worry about it. There are no NPCs at the Magi Market this time. Wait, what? None of the NPCs went to the market. It was just the games. That seems odd. Huh. Yeah, it seems like with the latest patch that they put out, people have been a little bit like, what are you guys doing, guys? What is Singularity 6 doing here? I mean, there's still a small team. It is still technically an open beta, but I feel like every time there's a rollout, it's something really exciting, but it's also a big glitch for other things. Yeah, I saw that was happening to people. I've been following Paleon news. I just haven't been able to play. I did do with Little Ginger last week. I jumped in and she hosted a cooking party on a day that I actually had availability. And so I jumped into her giant goldfish poke bowl party, and that was very fun. I do want to get a cooking plot developed so that I can host the monthly cooking party. I would like to do a monthly cake party or a monthly like Mujin Bahari or chili oil dumplings, because those are good focus foods. And I always run out of focus foods. But I just haven't had time to start decorating. Yay, I'm glad you're in. I love cooking. I think cooking in the game is so much fun. Yeah, mostly I got onto a Disney Dreamlight Valley kick over the holiday break. And I started actually decorating my island. I got my orchard set up. It's not perfect. It's not probably 100% where I'm gonna keep it, but the layout is how I want it right now. I may move it back up to my plaza and then have the peaceful meadow end up being more where I put like Toontown and houses and stuff. But for now, it is down in the peaceful meadow. It'll probably end up moving up to my plaza, just because that's where my house is. So I feel like my house having the orchard and the farm up on the plaza and then the two restaurants makes sense. I have not gotten Tiana's restaurant open yet, though. I don't know why. I'm at a level where I should be able to with her, but yeah. I also really want to do some watercolor this year on stream. I think what I want to do watercolor. I want to finish these paintings because I think they're really fun and different from what I normally do. I have crochet that I want to get done. I'm sure I'm going to have to start working on market stuff here pretty soon. The first market coming up is all cat themed, so I'll probably be focusing on making cat stuff. What else? I don't know, man. There's no cat in the cat cam bed, which makes me sad. I could lure them here. I know how to get them here. I have their treats in here now so that I don't have to constantly get up and get them. I know you guys can't see the bottom part that I'm painting, so I'll move. But how did your guys' year begin? How did you celebrate? Did you celebrate? Did you just go to bed? Do you celebrate New Year's? Nat One Novice, who comes in here a lot of the time, whenever they're able, came over, and I don't know if you guys know what sabering a bottle is, but they saber a bottle for us of champagne at midnight, and they've done that every year. They're able to join us for New Year's, and it's really, really fun. I look forward to it. I think it's great. I think it's a really fun way to bring in the new year. I have not done my New Year tarot spread for myself yet, though. I usually do one for myself right at midnight, but I wasn't mentally in the place to do it. So I really need to do that for myself. I did make a New Year's spell jar. I got that all made during the day and set it up on my altar for myself. I gotta declutter my altar really bad, or figure out a different way of doing what I have going on my altar. Ugh. But yeah, hyperfixations are fun. I'll just start out by saying that, because so in my last marriage, my ex-husband, I've talked about him before. I don't feel like, to this day, I don't know that he was maliciously ever cruel. I think that he was just very particular about what he expected from people in his life, and especially from his partner. And he thought he could get me to fit a mold that was never gonna fit. But he was a chef. Like, he was a trained chef. He went to school for it. And so there was a lot of contentiousness in our house when it came to cooking, because he felt, as the husband, he should be the provider of the food because that was his skill. And unfortunately for me, that meant that one of the things I really love was kind of taken away from me, and that's cooking. I love to cook. I really love recipes. I think that they are one of the most fun, creative expressions, and you get like a useful, tasty treat out at the end of it, which is amazing. And I've really missed cooking. I have been, admittedly, in a very bad mental space probably since 2021, 2022. And I've just gotten very complacent to food and the making of food and everything in our house. And I've been letting Corg do almost all of our cooking. That's our during the week meals. And I just wanted to want to cook so bad, and I just didn't have the capacity or the space for it, and I just couldn't get myself to do it. And I think this is personally, I think this is a very, very good sign for where my mental health is at the moment. I, about mid-October, just decided that I wanted to start cooking again. So I started making my and Korg's lunches because it gave me something to do. It gave me a reason to like look at recipes and go through my recipes and try new things that I haven't gotten to try. It's helping me expand his food curiosity, because admittedly his palate is not as wide as mine is. I eat anything and everything. I love to try new foods. I love to try new things so much that I've gotten the opportunity, and I've gotten great opportunities to try a bunch of new foods. So I started cooking our lunches again. And instead of me just eating a bag of salad and sending him to work with like a can of SpaghettiOs or something, I started cooking our meals, and that led, see, this is all coming back around, ADHD, it's all coming back around. That led to, over the break, me deciding to get back into making bread. I've made bread in the past. I've actually baked quite a bit of bread. But I've only ever really made like peasant loaves and quick breads and things like that. So I decided to challenge myself to make a sourdough starter. So I'm working on a sourdough starter now, if you didn't see that in Discord. And in the meantime, I've been working on perfecting my focaccia recipe. And it's been going pretty good. I found a recipe that I really like that works really well for me. I do want to get a more pillowy focaccia recipe because right now the one that I'm using is very much like the more dense type of focaccia, but you can also make focaccia where it's a lot more airy and bready, and I've been using it for breakfast sandwiches and that's been delicious. I'm also making it for, we have a work potluck coming up and I'm gonna make some for that. And I have a goal to cook 12 new recipes with my sourdough starter this year, which I think is gonna be fairly easy to do. Fairly easy to do once I get the sourdough established. It's also, I think, from the discard. I'll count anything that I make from the discard. Because I'm really excited about making like discard muffins and English muffins and crumpets and all kinds of things with the discard. You can also use it for roux in soup. So when I make like a cream-based soup, I can use that as the roux instead. It'll add a new depth of flavor to things. Very excited about that. So that's kind of what I did over the last couple weeks. I set up this computer. I got back into baking bread and cooking. I have been working on that Christmas blanket after Christmas. I do have a big present that I will be working on for a friend for their birthday. I don't know if I'll work on it on stream because I won't be able to post photos about it until after I gift it to them. But I don't think that they ever come into my stream. So it might be okay as long as I don't post photos of the project on social media until it's done. I also officially left Twitter. So I do still check it once in a while because I have a lot of friends who are still on Twitter and still use it. So I use it to kind of keep up with them, but I'm not liking posts or reposting or creating new content there myself at all. So if you do want to follow me on social media, I'm primarily using Blue Sky and Threads right now. Same name, The Cat is a Lie. Yeah, it's funny because I was seeing a lot of TikToks about what it feels like to lose your spark. And I think that I've been going through some stuff. And I did lose my spark. And I don't know that spark is ever gonna come back. To be very honest, I don't know that spark is ever gonna come back. But I think I can kindle a new one, if that makes sense. Yeah. Have to happy. Exactly. I think that spark isn't going to come back, but I can kindle a new flame in a different way. And it can have pieces of the old spark as well. So I was already kind of struggling. And then my dad got so sick and then he died, and I will tell you, if anyone here has ever experienced loss, like deep grief, the first year isn't the hardest year. It's all the years after. The first year is hard because everything is different and new, and it's a sudden change that you weren't expecting or that isn't really what you planned on. But I think it's harder as time goes on. I think this second year has been a lot harder. And I think I'm struggling with that mentally still a lot, but I'm just graceful with myself and understand that that's completely natural. It's normal. It's normal. We should grieve the people that we love because it means we loved them. You know, it's that quote, grief can only exist where love once lived. But it's hard. I've spent a lot of time over probably the last month, probably most of December, really sitting and thinking about what brings me joy. What are the things of myself that I miss? And really kind of trying to figure out how can I bring back some of that stuff that I feel was so integral to me as a person that maybe I've let go or lost, because I went through, you know, a really harsh burnout, learning I was neurodivergent, and I went through a big struggle coming to grips with all of that. And I think I'm finally getting to a point where I can care for myself in that way again. And I wasn't able to before, so I've been really working on, I guess, the dumbest thing to say, but in like some Marie Kondoing of my life. What sparks joy, what doesn't, and really only putting energy back into bringing back the things that made me happy and letting go of the things that didn't. I struggled for a really long time too, because I went into a bit of a depression last year with streaming, and I almost thought of making last year be my final year streaming. I was very, very seriously, probably up until November, considering just letting 2024 be it and being done. This is my 7th year streaming. And streaming and hanging out with you guys still really brings me a lot of joy, and I don't want to let that go. I think I got really sucked into the growth and the numbers game because I do want to grow. I want to have stream be fruitful. I want to have new friends coming in, and I want to connect with people and you know, find people to be here and chat with and connect with, because for me, because I'm home so much and because I have such bad social anxiety, I don't go out a lot. So you guys are a lot of my socializing. So I was getting very kind of downtrodden that, you know, we weren't making new friends. We weren't really growing in ways, because to me, it kind of felt like I wasn't, like, one of the key factors to my socialization was dying. And when it came down to it, I still just really love doing this. So it's here, I'm here, and until this stops bringing me happiness and stops bringing me joy, I'm gonna keep streaming. I really like it. I really like being here. I don't like when I don't feel like I have much to say. Sometimes I have nights where I get real stuck in my head and I don't have a lot to say, and I feel kind of bad. But I'm working on accepting the quiet. Because it's okay. Silence is okay. Isaac, I'd be stuck with you even if I wasn't streaming, wouldn't I? You'd come find me. You know where I live. You've slept on my couch. Thank you. Have to Happy, do you have a name or a way you would wish I call you instead of just saying your whole name? Do you have a preferred nickname? I'm glad to hear that, Narnia. Thank you so much. I just appreciate that when I go ADHD mode and I'm like, hey, I know I said I was crocheting tonight, but sorry, I'm not doing that. And you guys are still like, cool, whatever. We're just happy to hang out. That makes me feel really good. Happy. Okay, thank you. I will definitely go with that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can take you to a new brewery next time you come out, Isaac. Yeah, part of that rekindling too was the St. Jude raid train really kind of solidified that no, I want to keep doing this. It's so fun. I really love charity streaming. You guys know we usually do like 3 charity events a year here, so I think so. I think it's that cozy chaos, right? You just kind of do whatever my squirrel brain wants to do. Hey, I said we were playing Balatro, but guess what? I decided I was obsessed with Palia tonight. Haha! I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, the St. Jude raid train really helped with that too, because I wasn't gonna do it originally. Like, I saw Tony's post in our Discord server asking for last year's participants to re-sign up, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. Ooh, you, me, and Narnia, we're gonna be playing a lot of Palia. I have a whole Palia section in the Discord server as well. But yeah, it was really fun to connect with people. It was fun to get excited about something. I know that I always really look forward to doing Extra Life with my brother too. Like, that's just such a fun time for me. Which reminds me, I still have to do the drawing for that. Ooh, you got a tofu taco. Delicious. Delicious. It's all Cat's fault too. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I will say, this is also something I discovered about myself while we were on break, is I've been ignoring, I have hand pain. I've been ignoring it. Because in my brain, it was normal, and that's just how hands felt. It's not normal, and it's not how hands feel, and it's not how hands operate. And there may be craft nights where I can't do anything. Like right now, my thumb is getting sore from painting. However, it's not too bad yet right now. I bought some braces. We'll see how they work. But there may be nights where I'm like, hey, I can't physically craft tonight. My hands hurt. So we're gonna game, and it'll probably be Palia. Palia is wonderful. I'm always happy to answer questions about it. Narnia knows. I'll pop in to tend my garden, and I'll answer questions. Sometimes it takes me a second if I'm not on my computer to hook up my wireless keyboard and respond. But yeah, I'm hoping this year I can do a stream outside of November. I bought a new site open. That would be really cool. I need more stuff. I need to make more stuff, but I'm pretty unequal in loving the skills. I have found, Happy, that people tend to like 2 or 3 really specific things in Palia, and they're like super leveled in those, and then they just kind of get to level 10 in the other ones and get how far they have to. I just recently got to level 10 in furniture making because I just resourced for like 2 weeks. And then I just sat and crafted everything that I had available recipes for until I leveled up to 6 and could buy new recipes, and until I got to 7, 8, and 9 and all that. And I am way behind in fishing because I never like fishing in games. Yes, it does. Furniture making does. It's one of the levels. I don't love fishing. I'm starting to like fishing in Palia, especially since they added the fishy plushes. I love bug hunting. I love bug hunting. I love gardening. I love hunting and mining. Hunting and mining are the two I think I do the most. Give this a second to dry and then we'll start a second pass of 1 down here. I think my highest level is in farming because I do a lot of passive farming where I'll just leave my game open and I'll do something for a while. And then I'll go check my farm because it's been an hour and it's gotten to 6 a.m. and everything's recycled. And then I'll go back to whatever I'm doing for an hour and go back. I'm passively leveled to like 24 in farming. Cooking is so fun too. I really like cooking. Now that I've gotten the hang of it, I really like cooking. Also, my first in-game boyfriend is Reth, so I'm pursuing Hassian and Kenyatta. And Hadari. But the only one that I'm like seriously working on getting a pin with is Reth right now. I know that Hassian gets really weird if you have a pin with someone else. So you can have 2 romantic pins. You can romance every character to max level without actually officially dating them. You can just keep flirting with them. But you can get pins with 2, which means like you're going steady with them. Like they're your in-game relationships. And Hassian is like the only one who gets... Oh my gosh, thank you, I think. I meant to do that when I set all this up and I just didn't. I just never did. Reth, I think, oh no, Hassian gets really weird if he's like, hey, so I see that you have a second pin. You know, I thought I was the only one for you or whatever. And it makes me sad. Like I've seen people flirting with him where he's said that. And I'm like, oh, Sifu has to be so disappointed in me for like leading her son on. But yeah, Hassian is definitely a one person type of guy. And he seems to point it out if you're not as well. But let's be honest, I do love Hassian, but I'm really only pursuing him so I can hang out with Tao more. Thank you, Rupert. Everybody is so happy that I'm painting you right now. You just have to remind everyone that you're here, I know. Isaac, so what games do you play or what do you do with the flight yoke? He's great. We love him. No matter how I tune this microphone, it just picks him up. You have almost everyone's pin. Oh my goodness. Originally, I thought I was gonna really be into pursuing Hadari, but like, I get a little bit frustrated with how he treats Najuma. Like, I get whole like single dad, dead wife thing, but I get kind of mad at like almost how controlling and dismissive he is of Najuma, and I'm so protective of Najuma. That I'm like, dude, like you're cute and everything, but lighten up on your dang daughter. Oh, that reminds me of something. I need to do it right now or I'm gonna forget. Because that's how ADHD works. I thought of something that I wanted to put on my throne wish list. Not that. That really is like super important to me, but I thought of something. Another Taco Bell gift card. Oh, I put that right back on there. I put that right back on there. Immediately. Hang on, I gotta see. I also enjoyed my Taco Bell thanks to Isaac. It was delicious. I think this is the one. Yeah, I think this is the one. Okay, so it's a painting thing because I want to do so much painting this year. It's a paintbrush cleaner. It's the one that has like the reservoir that constantly refreshes itself. There we go. You gotta beat the devil out of it, right? Gotta beat the devil out of it. There we go. Okay. Now I can go back to painting because it was one of those, oh yeah, 3 a.m. moments. Because I like to kind of try to find some not super expensive things to put on there. Because I know in the past people have enjoyed sending things. So I wanted to keep some low level stuff on there. So I sometimes see people's throne wish lists and they have like these $1,000 or like $500 gifts and stuff on them. And I'm like, goodness. Crowdfunding is great. I'm hoping to do, so one of the TikTokers that I follow, and yes, I know TikTok is probably gonna be blocked and go away here soon. But one of the TikTokers I follow her YouTube channel too. So if she goes away, I'll follow her there. But she's doing 30 watercolor paintings this year. And she's going to do videos and have you be able to like follow along to do them. And so I bought a 30-page watercolor journal so I could do that with them too. Isaac! I'm gonna put that over here. Thank you. You're amazing. I will definitely have more Taco Bell. Thank you. You're the best. Oh man. I actually haven't had Taco Bell yet this year. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's what I'll do with this. I forgot to do that last time. So I will I'll go to the Defy location and I will take pictures of my tacos at the Defy location for you with this one. It's really cool. I mean, it's not too far away. It is, I mean, it's not like super convenient to get to, but it's not too far away. It's like a 15-minute drive. That will be my thank you gift to you, is I'll get you pictures from Defy. I was off work the day that Defy opened, so I was able to go on opening day, and it was surprising to me how few people were there. Like, I thought it was really cool. Oh, you guys, I found a new masseuse. It's a god. He does a lot of physical therapy massage, and that's mostly what I need from like years of my injuries and stuff that I have in my back. He is amazing. I got to see him 2 weeks ago, and then I got to see him this week, and it's so great. I'm real excited. We use CBD oil this time, and CBD oil blissed me out so hard that like there's a part of me that's like, I don't know that I should be driving right now. I am so like relaxed and zoned out that I should probably just take a nap in my car in the parking lot, and when I wake up I can drive home. But it was 5 degrees in Minnesota, so sleeping in my car in 5-degree temperatures probably also not a great idea. But the CBD helped with a lot of the inflammation I have too, and that was so nice. So good. Okay. I think I'm gonna do one more coat. I'm gonna finish these, and then we'll move on to doing color 10. Because maybe, no, I should do one more coat on one, because I think one's gonna need one more pass. I think it's gonna need 3 coats total. I think I did 4 coats on Dagny. But I think this paint seems to be covering a little bit better. Isaac, if you come back out and visit ever, or pass through ever, we can go to Defy. It's definitely fun to experience. The automated food delivery is pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you. Yeah, I got these 30 sheet watercolor watercolor pads. So I'll be able to, like, the very first one she has you do is the intro page. Ooh, yes, hydrate, thank you. Not with paint water. And then the next 29 pages are all gonna be other things. So I'm gonna try and do that with her this year too. The only thing I have to hydrate with is mead, so cheers, hydrate, hail hydrate. Because I'm not gonna drink my paint water. Man, we got talking about Palia. Now I want to play Palia. Tomorrow I have a Minnesota Wild hockey game with my mom. I don't even know who we're playing tomorrow. I just show up. I just like going with her. We do have ads starting in about 45 seconds here, so this would be a really, really great time for you to get up and hydrate and take a break, take a stretch, grab a snack. But do come back once they're done. I'm really excited to show you guys my hand braces when they come to, because they're pretty. They're meant to be not just functional, but like fashionable, so that you can wear them every day and not be like, hey, look at this black hand wrap that I'm wearing. That's very obvious. It's a mobility aid. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, you know, wanting to dress something up or down, having the ability to do so. They look kind of steampunky, and I'm kind of excited about that. I may have to make my Renfest costume steampunky. Not that I use my hands that way at Renfest. I don't, but yeah, I really started noticing my hand pain as I was preparing for that market. And it was one of those, like, I crochet a lot, but I crocheted a lot. And it was getting unbearable to do almost anything with my hands. And it's funny because you ignore it. Like, you don't... I don't know why. Like, you get used to pain, so... In my head, the fact that my hands hurt... was just normal. So I didn't do anything about it. Got drawn into a Facebook reel of a K-drama. Oh my gosh, really? That's funny. We watched all of Squid Games already, the second one. Speaking of K-dramas. My favorite thing, and this is sarcastic, but my favorite thing about Squid Games being watched in a non-Korean market is how blatantly Americans miss the point of Squid Games. Shape-shifting dragons drama, interesting. Like, the entire fact that American Netflix put out a Squid Games game show after Squid Games came out was like, you guys missed the entire fucking point, didn't you? You brought the black egg. I would never have married you in time. You know, sometimes those weird things are just great. Oh wow, it's gonna be Year of the Snake here too. When Chinese New Year's comes up, it's Year of the Snake. Welcome back from the ads, if that's where you've been. We've just been painting. I talked about Squid Games, about how we watched the second season of Squid Games. I don't know if I should do one more layer of the white before I switch to 10, because 10 isn't that much darker than the 1 is. I have a knot in my hair. Oops, I found one more 1. I should have been painting this one too. Okay, so if I'm working just on the bottom half here, I think I've got all the ones covered. Whew. His face is gonna take so much time. Look at all that detail. Oh, my Rupert buddy. Still passed out on the floor behind me. Still passed out on the floor behind me. But yes, if you weren't here earlier, I did talk about how this year I am going to be trying, whenever I'm gaming at least. Thank you for being here, Happy. I really appreciate you coming back. I am going to be trying to do my gaming streams as co-streams to YouTube. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, I am The Cat Is a Lie there as well. I would appreciate if you drop me a follow and then help me know that it's working by jumping into chat over there every once in a while and saying hi. I don't have a lot of a fan base, quote unquote, over there yet, but specifically, I don't know that the crafting content would go over super well over there, so I'm just gonna post the VODs. But live, I think gaming might do okay, so we're gonna try. We're gonna give it a shot for like the first 6 months of the year and see how it goes. That's kind of my general rule when I try new things, is I have to give it enough time. Like, when I first started streaming, I said I would do it for 1 year, and if I still really liked it, I'd keep it up. And that's kind of how I treat new things. It's like, give it 6 months, see how it goes, because you can't really judge how it's going off of 1 or 2 tries, right? Especially in like content creation. You got to be able to try it out for a period of time. I think next year for my stream anniversary, I'll be bringing the stream cake back, and maybe we will do, maybe that's what we'll do next year, is we'll play through all of Portal finally. Not just the pieces I had played and watched that inspired my name. 7 years in, we finally beat Portal. Granted, that's an October thing. We literally have 10 months. We literally have 10 months. But if you're just getting here, if you've been here for a little while, maybe you haven't popped up to say hi yet. How did you start your new year? How did it go? How did you celebrate? If you did, if you didn't, tell me what you did instead. We had friends over. A lot of good food. It's been a long time since we've hosted something here because I just have not had the capacity. Depression and grief are very real, my friends. And like I said earlier, the second year has definitely mentally been harder. People check in on you less. People forget. You feel a little bit more alone in your grief. And the depression gets a bit louder. So I haven't been hosting. I haven't been going anywhere. I haven't been doing anything. Because I don't have the energy. A Yule log burning. Came home and watched the fireworks from San Francisco on TV. And didn't see Ryan Seacrest's dumb face once. Yay! We ended up watching the live streamed Hulu one. And the music was weird and the people were weird. And at one point, the female host, they were making her do shots. And so there was a shot counter on screen and she had done 3 at that point. And it's like, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I'm very much a give me Old Lang Syne on a ball drop type person. I made everybody stop and listen to Old Lang Syne with me because the music on the TV was very strange. I'm like, nope, we need Old Lang Syne. Man, I used to watch American Idol and see Ryan Seacrest every week. I even went to a couple American Idol lives with my mom. Not sure if the hosts of the San Francisco show were married or not, but the male host made this comment of the females being the hottest thing to come out of the 80s, and it struck me, though I'm not entirely sure if it was good or for ill, yeah. I don't know, man. I have a really low tolerance for men objectifying women. Especially in settings like that where it's like to gain viewership. Or even like in ways that's like, if I embarrass her, then I'll look like the cool guy. Like, I have a very, very low tolerance for that kind of stuff. I think it comes from being that girl. In high school, I was objectified a lot. I was one of the first kids, one of the first girls to get boobs. And obviously the guys were obsessed with the fact that I had boobs. Like, It was one of those weird situations where, like, I was definitely not a popular kid. I was definitely the weirdo. But the fact that I had boobs still, like, made guys give me attention. Or want to give me attention, and it sucked. So I have a very low tolerance when I see guys do dumb shit like that. Like, I remember, I don't even remember who it was. I had a friend who made a comment about something some girl was wearing when we were out. And I was like, I'm pretty sure when she put that on this morning, she didn't put it on for you. So shut up. Now, if they're married, it's different. A weirdo with boobs pretty well describes me since I gained all this weight. Isaac, be nice to yourself. Okay, I think we're moving on to 10 after this, because I think unless I find a reason to come back through and do another coat of the white, we're good down here. You can be, but be nice to my friend, okay? I also ordered one color as a background for Rupert, and I think I'm gonna just paint my own color that matches, that's in the same sort of Pantone scheme as like the Dagny portrait. So I got a blue and it ended up being like a dark royal blue, and I don't love it. I have enough acrylic paint that I think for Rupert's background, I'm gonna do a softer blue that matches Dagny's blue or Dagny's purple. That's kind of in the same vein. So when I hang them up together, they will look a little bit more cohesive. And I'll do that probably with all the other cats too. Like, I imagine Marceline's background probably being green. Kima's will probably, I think Kima might be pink and Wisp might be yellow. So we'll have kind of a rainbow. We'll see though. I don't really want to pick out a background color until the painting's done, so I know how it all goes together. Okay, we're switching to 10. Are you ready for a different shade of white? Yeah, kind of. That's sort of what I'm thinking. But there's 5 of them. So I need 3 more pets so I can do 8s. Don't tell my husband. Don't tell my husband. Isaac, that's hilarious. I totally understand though. Okay, so this color doesn't look much different from the white at all, but it has a slight gray to it. So I should start by doing that kind of light erase of the 10s, I think. Because that did help a bit with the ones. It wasn't great, but it helped. Anyone have any big plans for the new year or the next couple months? Anything that you're hoping to do or get done? Or we're going to Florida soon in February for a friend's wedding. Well, of course we'll do Disney while we're there because we don't get down to Florida very much, because personally I think Florida's kind of a hellhole. Yeah, if it wasn't for the wedding, I don't know that we'd be going back so soon. I mean, we went there for our anniversary. I mean, Disney specifically. We went to Disney specifically. Which I do like Disney. I live there, it is. Thank you for confirming. My family used to go there for spring break every winter because my grandparents lived down there. I mean, as many people's grandparents do. But they lived just far enough away from like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld and everything that we had to like plan trips to go to them. So I only went to Disney. I think I've only gone to Disney like a handful of times as a kid. And okay, good. At least they're married, so I feel a little less like bad and judgmental about what he said still. But it was always, I think the last time I went to Disney, I was maybe 11 until we went for our honeymoon with friends. It was kind of fun to go back and experience it as an adult, but I don't like Magic Kingdom, I found. I like all the other parks. I don't like Magic Kingdom. But yeah, our friend is getting married in right in the Disney Springs area, so we're gonna be staying at Saratoga Springs while we're down there. Thanks to Korg's stepdad helping us to use up some of his timeshare, like loaning us the property for that time. That'll be nice. Stick with Disneyland if I have to. I've never actually been to Disneyland. I really want to go. It looks great. Isn't it Disneyland and California Adventure? I have a Disney Visa, so I get a lot of points. Disney is such a rare trip for us that it's easy to save because it's gonna be like 3 years in between trips for us, so it's really easy to be like, and we have all of Disney paid for it because we've been using the Visa card for 3 years and gaining Disney points. Like right now, we have enough points that anything we do on property, I don't have to worry about paying for. Like, we'll be fine. It's kind of nice. Like tickets, food, all of that'll be handled. Oh, I absolutely will. I really want to go to Knott's Berry Farm too. I'm a big roller coaster park type person. I like amusement parks a lot. So I want to come there. I want to go to Knott's and I want to go to Disney. This 10 doesn't have an end until it goes up into a 4. Yeah, we have Valley Fair. It's at Cedar Point Park. My ex-boyfriend and I, actually, after we were done dating, when we were still friends, we were gonna do a tour of all the Cedar Point parks in the country. Yeah. Cedar Point Parks is pretty good. I've always really liked Valley Fair here. It's a bit of a drive for us to get there. I mean, it's not crazy, but I've always really liked Valley Fair. My mom and I used to go every year together. She'd let me, I think it was in the summer too, or it wasn't in the summer too, so we'd play hooky one day and go. Maybe it was in the summer. My mom was pretty stickler for the rules. She was the kind of person who scheduled all of our doctor's appointments and stuff in the summer so I didn't have to miss class. You're giving Valley Fair is the mall? That's funny. No, Valley Fair is a amusement park here. Right on the Minnesota River. It has flooded several times. So you can kind of see a tonal difference between those two, right? Just a little bit. It's like the difference between white and like a snowy white. Like even in my embroidery thread, there's Snow White and then there's Bright White. I'm kind of wondering like this, where it was supposed to end. I might have to look at the picture of Rupert and see what I think they were doing. Liquid white, tallow white. I don't know, what's the white that Bob Ross uses? So I think this photo of Rupert, let me see if I can find it. It should be favorited on my phone. Maybe not. Hang on. I know what photo this is. I mean, granted, I submitted the photos, so I should know what photos they are. It's this photo. If you can't tell. It's this photo. So that white spot under his mouth, that's 10. I think there's supposed to be a line there. It's supposed to just end right there. Yeah, but this is the photo we're painting. With that big, stupid, happy smile. Titanium white. Yes, yes, yes. I do also want to like do a Bob Ross painting still. I know that so many streamers do that. But I still think because this is a crafting stream, it would be really fun. Oh, sick. Oh, yeah, we haven't done show and tell. I think maybe we'll save that for next week and we'll have people, we'll do on-stream show and tell next week, but I'll check it out. I'll check your thing out. My hand is starting to hurt really bad. Also, if anyone here uses the Finch app, let me know. We can be friends. I've seen a lot of people jumping on the Finch bandwagon since it's like the whole new year, new me sort of thing, but I've been using it for a while now and I really like it. It's sort of a self-care and awareness app. Which is always good, right? Finch, like the bird. What did you think I said? I still haven't mailed your prize. I was gathering boxes. The bitch app. I was gathering proper sized boxes. I have them now. I should get those mailed out. I actually should package them and get them ready tomorrow to mail because I'm leaving the house. Convenient. Oops, that was a lot of paint. Kind of hard to see where the white ends on the other one because it's so close. Yeah. Yeah, I was waiting to get, because they're small and I didn't want to ship them in really big boxes. I was also waiting on the name for the ones that were won from Tony's bigger stream. So now I can mail everything out. I'm just gonna log into Pirate Ship and get everything packed and weighed. Man, that is a lot of, I guess that's why they gave me so much of this color, is because his chest is he's very floofy white. He's got a lot of floofy white. Right, buddy? Woo woo. Hey, you. Hi. I'm painting you. I'm painting a picture of you. I'm painting a picture of Woobart. He is unimpressed. He literally just groaned and rolled over. I had 2 packages shipped via FedEx to my PO and they arrived on the 30th, but apparently they got misplaced in the back, so I was only able to pick them up today. I'm sure that happens a lot during the holidays. It's easier to see the difference between the two when this one dries, which will make finding my paint lines a lot easier, I think. Because right now it's a little hard to see. I mean, it was done or literally get 100 views. Yeah, probably. If I get up and I walk towards the basement, he'll start barking. It's like the basement leads to the garage, which leads to you guys not being in the house. Which leads to Rupert having a panic attack. How dare we ever leave the house? How is everybody's crafting going? I know a lot of you said in Discord you wanted to come hang out and just do some crafting. I'd love a craft update. Stretch your hands, take a break. Tell me how your crafting's going. I'll take a break in a second too. I'll do a stretch. You guys can do a stretch with me, okay? We're gonna do a stretch that my massage therapist told me about. It's good for crafting. Good for people who do a lot of work with their hands. I don't know what that means, Isaac. Oh, Sepanks. I read it as spandex and I was very confused. Yes, he has major separation anxiety. Not just a little bit. A lot of the times when he's really bad, we have to give him his antidepressant. He's on puppy Prozac, and we have to give him his anti-anxietal, like, calm down meds. I don't want to forget to paint down here like I did last time. I had to go back and do it. Okay, I'm gonna take a break from, actually no, I'm gonna do one more spot and then I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna do this spot here. Okay, everybody get ready to do a stretch with me. Okay? So what we do to stretch out our wrists is we put our hands straight out in front of us. We go, hi, how are you? How are you? Turn them upside down. Come on in. Let's get down to it. And it stretches all those muscles out in your arms. So let's do it again. Hi, how are you? Come on in. Let's get down to it. Hi, how are you? I'm not trying to knock everything down. Come on in. Let's get down to it. Ooh, that felt really good. I hope you did it with me. We'll do it again. Hi, how are you? Come on in. Let's get down to it. But all at full extension. All at full extension. Yeah, 100%. But I'm not supposed to talk about Fight Club, so no, not at Fight Club. Definitely not at Fight Club. I used to have a thing that I called Craft Club. And there's a part of me that's like, I should have made Craft Club rules that were like the Fight Club rules. If it's your first night, you have to craft. I just did a stretch. I'll do it again. Let me finish this section and I'll do it again. We'll do it together again. Okay. Finish the section. We'll do it again. I'm gonna scoot back. You go. Hi. How are you? Oh God, that hurts. Come on in. Get down to it. You can see, oh my God, the flexibility in this wrist is terrible. Look at that. Look at that. That is the farthest back I can put that wrist. Do one more. Oh, thank you for the stretch. I hope you did it along with me. Get some mobility back in your arms. And your wrists. I should start out doing desk yoga every day again like I used to. I used to get into the office and I would do the quiet Adrian, yoga with Adrian's desk yoga. It's just a little 10-minute flexibility. I should do that again. My flexion in my wrists has gotten so terrible since I quit doing yoga stuff all the time. Quit doing planks and yoga and all that fun stuff, and man. Took like 3 years, but lost a lot of range of motion. Note to you all, take care of yourself. Keep being flexible. They do say people who are flexible live longer because they avoid injury better. Or you could be like me and just be so bendy at times that causes injury. That can also be a problem. You can be too stretchy. So don't be too stretchy. Don't be not stretchy. Be just stretchy enough. What do folks got planned for the rest of the week? If you're hanging out. You're hanging out here and you are able to type. What do you got planned for the rest of the week? I have a hockey game with my mom tomorrow. I don't think I'm doing anything Wednesday, which is nice. Maybe I'll play Palia. I'm hanging out with you guys again on Thursday. Some games. I hope you get your chores done. Have a lovely time if I don't see you before then. Yeah, so hockey game Tuesday. Wednesday, I don't think anything. Maybe that's when Corg and I will do date night this week. The holidays sort of got us busy and we fell out of doing it. Thanks, Kaz. Same. Okay, I think that's all of the 10, except this spot, which we kind of determined is supposed to end right here. Okay. Let it dry. 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 We'll give it a little bitty break. Giving myself a break while we do this and doing a quick little scan. Okay. Do we look? We don't want to. I don't want to paint over that spot on his mouth. Okay. I am actually going to take a quick stand up and stretch. I think we're going to be running into an ad break here in just a sec. So if you can, please hang tight. Do not forget to grab your daily taco from the channel points. Do your daily check-in with me. I have not done mine. What kind of taco do I get? Bira. All right, I'm going to be right back. Because I need to get up and walk around for a second for my back. I will see you in less than a couple minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. 2 minutes? Hang out for 2 minutes. It's between mine and the picture. They look exactly alike. They look the same. I wonder where they are. I wonder where they are. Huh. What the hell are you guys doing?
This is our home.
This is really important.
Who's that Pokemon?
Oh, mother flip-flops. You look tiny. It's Stuffle! We're good. We're good. It probably won't kill me. What we got? Please don't be an outfit change. I'm so comfy. But I'm so comfy. Hi, my name's Kat, and I know how to use words. Or no, I don't really want to start a cult. It's too much responsibility, Jarek, and I have a lot on my plate. Where are my supplies? Hello? My name is The Cat is a Lie, and I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy the ride. Just buckle in. Does it go bad? It shouldn't go bad. It's so salty. Let's not talk about the date on that jar. I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! Did you stretch? Did you get a drink? No, I don't. I actually did throw it away. I figured if I ever needed Marmite for something again, I will buy a new one. Because that Marmite... So I think I ate that Marmite in 2022. And that Marmite expired in 2016 or something. Like... Oops. You know... You know, I actually did that this weekend too. So there were a lot of sort of semi-rare, I wouldn't say rare, uncommon ingredients that were in my fridge because of my ex-husband. Because he, again, chef. He was a chef. He cooked a lot of really good food for us. And I didn't get rid of a lot of those more rare ingredients because I figured, you know, I don't want to go out and have to buy tamarind paste again when I have 2/3 of a jar of tamarind paste, or like a high quality gochujang. And I was cleaning the fridge out this weekend and I pulled all those out, and a lot of them expired in like 2016, 2017, 2018-ish. And I'm like, nah, we're just gonna throw these away. If I'm gonna cook with them again at this point, I'm going to want fresh stuff. So I would rather at this point cook with fresh ingredients than the expired stuff. So executive decision was made to finally just get rid of them. I've had a big purge mentality recently. I'm ready to declutter things. I'm ready to store things better. One of the things that I did... When did I do that? Friday? Maybe? I think Friday. I've been meaning to take all of the things out of the closet that's in this room and flip it with the closet that's in the guest room, because that's the larger closet in our house. It's the largest closet in our house. And I was just shoving all of my craft stuff into the small closet that's in here. And instead of having to constantly like dig through things to find what I want to work on or what I'm looking for, I flipped the closet. So this one is now our kind of our linens closet. It has like some house decor that we swap out seasonally, and like our guest bedding, our spare bedding in it. And then all of my craft stuff is in the much larger closet so that I can actually get at it and use it and find it and see it. Because I hear that helps you people like use stuff. And I donated a bunch of it to Teach the Girl's friend who's been looking for craft supplies, so. That always makes me feel better when I can donate the stuff or gift it to somebody who's gonna use it. Because I have so much yarn that I bought over the years with the intention of doing things with, and then I just don't. And there's a part of me that kind of feels bad because like I got rid of a lot of really good yarn. Some of it was, you know, just regular Joanne generic brand stuff. But some of it was really good yarn. But like I don't have a project in mind for it. It's not a type of yarn that I use anymore. Like I don't make things with that type of yarn that often. So we have an ad break coming up in a minute, just as a heads up. Please stick around with me while we do that. And don't forget, for every 5 new follows, we're spinning the wheel. For every raid, we spin the wheel. We got that coming back this year. And every time we hit that sub goal, which I have to update that sub goal because I think I need it to update at the beginning of every month and not just on a rolling frequency. Because right now I think it's cumulative and like, it's just kind of like, how many subs are you at? And it just kind of goes up and down, but I want it to refresh at the beginning of every month. I'm also thinking about bringing back like a quarterly movie night to the Discord server. Monthly was a bit much for me, but I know that like on Sunday nights when Corg has D&D, that's when I'm planning on doing paleo cooking parties once I get the plot ready. But or monthly extra game nights for like new games that I want to try that I haven't gotten a chance to play. We could also do Discord movie nights on those nights too. Since Corg plays D&D from 5 to 8, that'd be just enough time to like set up, do a movie, hang out. So maybe we can do that on a quarterly basis as well if people are interested. I know we've had like a moderate turnout to those in the past, but they are always kind of fun. And it's kind of a fun way to hang out outside of stream. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My eyes are having a hard time focusing right now. I don't know why. I'm so happy that this stream has worked out so well, especially because I know I told you guys a couple times in Discord that I was going to do a test stream with a new setup, and then I was like, I forgot, or I dissociated all day. So this really was the first time that I went live, and I'm so incredibly stoked at seeing my CPU usage be below 40%. Oh, new computer life. That's fair, Isaac. That is fair. I do have the unmute command if I ever forget. I'm just glad I remembered how to stream after taking 2 weeks off. It was kind of nice taking the full 2 weeks off and not coming back even for the test stream. It was kind of nice. Again, not that I don't completely miss you guys when I'm not streaming, but mentally, it was kind of nice to not have to be planning or thinking about what am I going to craft this week? What am I going to do? What am I going to talk about? I do worry about that a lot. I think about that all the time. Like, especially because I don't really go out and do much because, again, major social anxiety. I'm always like, well, I sat on my couch and played video games. And then I sat in my bed and read a book. And then I sat on my couch and I crafted. That's what I did in the last week. How about you guys? I'm working on it though. Hopefully I'll have a lot to share about when I come back from Florida. that's still a month away. We got Rupert's care finally squared away, which is great because I always worry about that. Hopefully this year we'll be able to get him into doggy daycare because I think doggy daycare would help a bit of his anxiety because I think he's just too dang smart for his own good. And he gets bored. So if he goes to doggy daycare every other week, maybe we can get some of that boredom out of his brain. That was way too much paint. It's okay. I saved it. Because I'm pretty great. There we go. It looks like I've gotten so much done because we're covering some big areas, but there is so much detail to his face. I am incredibly humble. You know that. So humble. The most humble. Quite possibly the humblest person you've ever met. All right, so I think this is the last piece that I have to do. Before we do our return pass. Yeah, you got a double-decker taco. Exactly, my humility is one of those things that just makes me so great. Treat myself? Oh, heck yeah. I'm excited about that. Because I have some chocolates left over from that advent calendar. Let's grab this one. We have a twisted cream egg. Good to see you, Desi. Thanks for being here. So it's like Cadbury cream egg filling. You're a twisted cream egg. Mmm. That was delicious. Thank you for the treat. I also changed ranks up, so I'm not entirely certain that they're firing right now, which is weird. They should be, because I dropped them down a little bit. I suppose this is the first stream of the month, though, so everybody would be back at 0 at the moment, so we won't see any... We won't potentially see any pop up until right at the end of stream. Because I did lower it a little bit. I want to see somebody hit Nyan Cat. That is 24 hours of watching me in a month. That's a lot. But I think someone can do it. But instead of being set to 30 hours, I dropped it down to 24. And based everything off of that, so... That twisted cream egg was really tasty. Almost done with coat 2 of 10. I think 10 looks like we might need... We're gonna need at least 3 coats. So 1 more pass. And that might be all we get done tonight. Is that 3rd pass of this of 10. That song seemed to end very abruptly. There we go. I think we definitely need at least 1 more coat of 10. Yes, I did. It should still work. Hang on. Let me make sure. Reconnected. I turned a bunch of stuff off. I think the lurk one should still be on and the streamers one should still be on. And then I have Surrey bot doing the ad breaks. Mix It Up Bot's doing the ad breaks. Okay, stretchy stretch. You guys have a half marathon to train for, and it's cold. I don't want to run outside right now. I did run when it was like 30 degrees the other day, but this weekend it didn't get above, it never got above 10 degrees, so. I kind of decided that that was a bit too dramatic of a jump without much acclimation to go from 30 to 6. I wouldn't mind. I'm probably going to end up running Wednesday or Thursday or Friday because it's supposed to be in the 20s at least. Oh yeah, I mean, I did too. I did too. I just haven't really acclimated this year. So last time I trained for my full half marathon basically in winter, and the coldest I ran was -7, I think. I only made it a half mile before my contacts started freezing, so I'm like, this feels dangerous. I'm gonna go home. But yeah, I trained outside the entire winter previously. I just haven't been running outside, and Minnesota went from 50 to 30 and then tanked to 6. And that is when you haven't acclimated, that's really hard on your lungs, and you can get, you can have internal lung bleeding from that. You can, I mean, not like danger. I mean, you could get dangerous if you don't pay attention to it, but people come in from long runs like that and cough up blood. But yeah, I did 10 and 11 miles on cold days and stuff outside. Typical run is usually 4 to 5 miles. Right now it's 2 because I'm very undertrained, which is good because it gives me just enough time to acclimate. I fully expect to be out in the dead of winter here pretty soon. Which is funny because then when I go and run the race in Kentucky, it's May in Kentucky, and the mornings are usually 48 degrees and people are freezing. And I'm like in shorts and I'm shorts and a tank top, like, let's go. Oh yeah, 70 miles is long distance for sure. I kind of count anything above 5K as long distance. Because 5K is, you know, a lot of people, 3 miles is kind of like the distance people walk in a day. Or can or should walk in a day. It's pretty achievable for most people who can get out and about. So like 4 to 5 miles is long distance in my books because it's above what the average person would typically do. I need to get back to the consistent 5Ks, but 2 is where I'm at right now. This week I should do 2. Next week I should be increasing to 2.5, but I should also be increasing from one run to 2. So we will see how the weather holds out for that. If it holds out for that. I know some parts of the country are getting a wicked blizzard right now. And we have no snow. Just cold, no snow. There hasn't been a cat in that cat window spot all night long. Kima is literally laying in the hallway. When I got up and did my stretch, she's literally just laying in the hallway. It's like she refuses to come be on camera tonight. No Wisp, no Marceline. Nothing. I feel like this is enough coats of this one. We did 3. I think we did 3 of... Did we do 3 of one? We've done 3 of this one. It feels like it's enough. I can always come back and do more. Oh, it looks like we've done a whole lot of nothing in my book because it's all white. But he does have a big floofy white chest, so it makes sense. It is so floofy. You are correct. It is the floofiest. We gave Rupert, I know I posted about this in Discord, but we gave Rupert a bath over the holiday because he was a very stinky boy. He hadn't had a bath since spring. That was nice to get him cleaned up. But the problem is that knocks all of his underfur loose. And so then he ends up shedding like way worse. Like super, super bad for a couple of days. Okay. So I need to do from here forward, and then that's it. That is a deep cut right there. Hi, I'm Tom Schweddy. Those deep, deep cuts, yeah. We got the privilege this weekend of sharing with Yorick the David S. Pumpkins skit. Any questions? Yes, a lot actually. That dog has devil eyes. Oh, geez. All right, I think that's gonna be it for 10 for us. So shall we move on to 11? These paints go to 11. See? That's 16. But yes. Oh no, 18. Did they go up to? They do go up to 19. 19 is the border color, but I'm changing the border color. You know, most amplifiers they go to 10. And I thought, well, if they could go past 10, well, if they could go like one further. Well, if they could go like one further. Fucking Spinal Tap. Tonight, I'm gonna rock you tonight. Tonight, I'm gonna rock you. Tonight, I'm gonna rock you. Please tell me that at least someone else here knows and appreciates Spinal Tap. Start in 11 over here. An umlaut over an N. I don't think an umlaut belongs over an N, but... I know, but you can't. Exactly. You can't. That's correct. You can definitely see a color difference in this one, which will be nice if I can't finish coats of this color tonight. That'll be nice because it'll be clear which 111 is. Because sometimes that gets a little hard. When you paint over the numbers, you can't always see when you come back. Wait, what was that color? And some of the colors darken up so much when they dry that it's very, very hard. Hi! Hey, Ag. It's lovely to see you. First stream of the year. Yay! Ag, thank you for 45 months in a row. I don't know why my dang Stream Elements alerts aren't showing, but hi, thank you. That's 2 subs tonight. Thank you, friends. I can't believe 45 months. That's a lot of months. I appreciate that a lot. The cat is the pie. What flavor would she be? Ooh, what flavor pie would I be? I do really like a lemon meringue. Or banana cream. Pie flavored pie. Yes. I was watching Claire Saffitz's Dessert Person before stream, and I was watching an episode where she is trying to make her version of the McDonald's apple pie. That made me think of that. She got to McDonald's and like had a bite of their pie, and she was like, well, the pastry is bad. Like, yeah, I suppose when you're a professional baker, that would be pretty bad, huh? I haven't either. Every once in a while I get a craving for them, and I'll order one. They're never as good as I remember them being, but they're always okay. They're always okay. Right now, I've got my eyes on a couple of dessert focaccia recipes and a couple of dessert sourdough recipes. Like I saw sourdough starter discard cinnamon rolls. Those sound real good. So we're gonna have to try making those. PETA's not dead. PETA was actually hungry today. So I got up. You're supposed to feed your starter consistently. At like the same time every day. And so when I got up this morning, I fed him. And he was already hungry this afternoon. Like all of the signs of a sourdough that was hungry were popping up. So I did a discard and I refed him. So I don't know if that means he's really active right now or what, but the yeast are alive because it's starting to get that funk smell. So we'll see. I'm gonna check him after stream because he's been in the oven with the light on because my house is cold. Ooh, I can tell you how to make a starter. He's been in the oven with the light on because our house is cold. So the oven stays then at about like 88, 87 degrees, which is really good for a starter to get all that fermentation kicked off. But basically, if you want to make a sourdough starter, you need whole wheat flour and then like a little bit of whole wheat or rye flour and then bread flour or some other high protein flour. And to start, you do measurements. If you have a food scale, it's best. Do 100 grams water and 100 grams of your rye or wheat flour. Mix it all up. It's going to be kind of pasty and thick and kind of weird. Mix it all up. Mark the level it's at in your jar with a marker or a rubber band or something like that, and then just leave it alone. Put it somewhere between 70 and like 90 degrees and just let it sit there. I've seen people who have done starters with all-purpose flour. I think that you get a stronger fermentation with the heavier dose, so maybe. You can always try. And then basically you leave it alone for 24 hours. If you see no signs of active fermentation on day 1, after like 24 hours later, give it a stir and put it back in the warm place. If it starts bubbling or getting like a watery top, then you're gonna wanna feed it, and you can do a discard at that point. So you can do a discard, like a half discard. So if you did 100 water and 100 flour, you could discard half of that. So discard 100 grams and then refeed it 50 grams of water, 50 grams of flour, mix it all up, let it sit for a day in a warm spot again. And then you just repeat that process over and over again to feed it. Discard whatever you discard, replace. Discard, I have a discard jar going right now because there's a lot of really, really good discard recipes out there. Some people don't like how wasteful starting a sourdough is, so they've made discard recipes. I actually ordered a book strictly of discard recipes, so I'm excited to get that. I have English muffins are on the list because I love a good English muffin. I'm also kind of planning for like my local friends to be like, hey, I want to keep baking, so this is what I'm baking this week. Reach out if you have an interest. As long as you can come and pick it up, you can have it because I want to bake. So yeah, King Arthur Flour has a really, really good guide. Let me see. But essentially it's equal parts, and by weight is best. $11 and $11. There's only 2 spots of 11. They gave me a lot of 11. Oh, I suppose there's some up in his face too. Of course, it's very fun. It's also very addicting. One thing that I did learn, and what actually made me decide that I was going to start doing sourdough, is I've heard so many people say that like once you have an active starter, like you're baking bread all the time and your life becomes baking bread. But I'm in a couple of sourdough groups on Facebook, and that's not necessarily true. So if you have a nice strong, it has to be a nice strong established starter, like a month old. Once it's been fed and cared for a month and it's still really bubbly and strong and doubling in size every day, if you're not ready to bake with it that day, or you're not going to bake with it in the next couple of days and you want to quit feeding it, you can just stick it in the fridge and it'll go dormant. And then when you're ready to cook with it the day before, pull it out, discard half, refeed it, and give it a day to warm up and come back to life, and it will. So, because I didn't want to go through all the process of making a sourdough starter and then being like, nah, I'm done. I don't want to bake anymore this week. So knowing that you can, once it's nice and established, you can let it go dormant and then just bring it out 24 hours ahead of your bake, then you're good. I've been given starter in the past and it died because I didn't understand how to care for it. But this is the first one that I've started like from scratch, on my own. But yeah, because I'm me, and this is how my neurodivergence works, I did start a bread Instagram for all my bread stuff because I know, like, sometimes this is how my brain works, is I want things categorized. I like categories. And if you're looking to like my Instagram for craft stuff or for like on my personal Instagram, like personal life updates, if it suddenly becomes all bread all the time, that feels weird to me because that's just how my brain works. So I started a bread Instagram and I've been posting all of my bread ventures over there. And you have to name your starter. It's bad luck if you don't name your starter. But if you follow me on Instagram, because I love a good pun. That's me on Instagram. Me and my bread ventures. Right now it's all focaccia while I'm waiting for the starter to get established. But sourdough is so gut healthy and it's higher protein, lower glycemic index, so I'm looking forward to making it. I have a discard dough recipe for sandwich bread that is apparently like the best sandwich bread. I'm looking forward to not having to buy sandwich bread unless I don't feel like baking. The hard thing with sandwich bread, though, is to get a good crumb on it so that it's not... Right, it's so gut healthy. So that it's not so dense. It still has like chew and spring, but it's not so air bubbly that you can't make a sandwich out of it. And there's a very fine line in sandwich bread on how you do that. And part of it is in letting the glutens develop and then how tightly you roll it before you let it do its final rise. One thing that I found, Egg, that has been really, really helpful, especially in areas that are cooler, just in general, is if you let it proof in the oven with the light on, that should help. Don't turn the oven on, just turn the oven light on, and it should get warm enough in there to help it rise, but definitely cover it with a damp tea towel so it doesn't dry out. I also have a seedling starter mat that people use as proofing mats, so it's like for germination, but you can kind of set it to a certain temperature and then set your pan on it and let it rise like that. Ooh, we're finally gonna get a cat in the window. Right 10 minutes before stream, and we finally get a cat in the window. But yeah, so it works. You have a proof button on your oven. I suppose you could. I'm guessing that would probably do the same thing where it would keep it probably like 95 degrees and below. You could probably do that. I don't have that, so the suggestion for me was to just leave it in the oven with the light on. And that's worked really well for getting the starter started, at least. I think I'm gonna try to get one more coat done before we end stream. Then I'm probably gonna go lay in bed and play Balatro. You don't want it to be too high because you don't want it to kill the yeast. So you don't want it to be over 105 degrees. I got, because I don't have a good thermometer, I got an oven thermometer too, so I can always see what the temperature inside the oven is. Because I have a feeling that my oven under temps below 400 degrees. Or that it has hot spots, so I'm gonna check for hot spots too, so I know. I've missed baking. I've missed cooking so much, you guys. I'm so happy that it's starting to come back into my life. I used to watch a lot of like Alton Brown and stuff too, because learning the method was great, but learning why that is the method was also like, that makes the concept really sink in for me. Like, you can tell me, put the flour in the mixer with the other ingredients and let it go for 5 minutes. But like, I think that's why I like watching Claire Saffitz so much, is because she'll talk about what we're doing by doing this is incorporating a lot of air and elasticity to the dough. And for this type of bread, that's, you know, it's a low hydration bread and needs this, this, and this, and what that means. And I just really like knowing kind of the science behind what I'm doing and why. Yeah, we finally got a Marcy. We finally got a kitty. How are chores going, Kaz? I think for me too, like especially if I do something incorrectly, like that was the first time I made bread. I didn't understand why, when I followed the recipe to a T, mine didn't turn out right. And I had to do a lot of digging and research to find out that it was probably because the dough was underhydrated because it was dry in my house. So I should have compensated with more water in my dough. And that I probably overproofed it out of an abundance of caution. So then it got, you know, it didn't come out the right way. So I did a lot of digging into, okay, so what does that mean? What does overproofing mean? How do I know? Like with this specific type of bread, Claire Saffitz always says, cook to technique, not to time. And that's something that I've been picking up a lot, especially with baking. And what is meant by that is, so a recipe will say proof for 3 hours. And as she explained it, what that means is if you were in her exact kitchen with the exact temperature and exact conditions that she made that loaf of bread in, you would raise it for 3 hours. However, knowing the technique behind the type of bread you're trying to make, knowing what the tells are for a done loaf or something that's proofed well or underproofed or, you know, things like that, knowing the technique, you cook to technique, not to time. So even if I've only proofed for an hour and a half, but technique wise, it's giving the springy bounce back, it's looking the right raise, it's doubled in size, that technique tells me that the bread is done and I don't need to overproof it by waiting 3 hours just because the recipe says so. So I love the cook to technique, not to time theory. And that's why I like to learn the technique. So I know, instead of just following the recipe, what I'm looking for and what I should be doing. I've always preferred to know the technique of why what am I doing and why am I doing it and what am I looking for that tells me it's done. Because one of the adages my ex-husband used to say all the time was food can't tell time. I think for you too, it's elevation based on where you are. Elevation's going to play a big factor in whether or not your things rise the same or need more or less water even. Luckily here in Minnesota, we're typically at sea level, so that doesn't really factor in a ton. Husband's home. I'm sure you are. things that I'm sure were no fail for you here are different there. But yes, in Discord, Om Nom Noms is probably going to be filled with a ton of bread recipes and me baking bread. Or you can always follow that Instagram account. Because I'm sure I will post a lot. How'd it go?
Big loss.
Oops, I just stuck my finger into paint. Been making bread weekly since, yeah. We had a bread maker growing up. We didn't use it a lot. Like when we first got it, there was a lot of novelty to it, and so we used it a ton. My mom would make fresh bread every Sunday with Sunday dinner, with our family Sunday dinner. But it lost its novelty and then we quit making bread. I don't think there's ever a wrong or bad time for fresh baked bread. Fresh baked bread. Let me say that correctly. We went to, me and Teach the Girl went to Due Focacceria. Oh, God, it was good. They also had a cannoli cake there, and I was kind of sad that by the time I was ready to, like, contemplate bringing home a dessert, it was gone. Chocolate chip cannoli cake. I just wanted a bite. Maybe I'll have to buy that. I will. I will. He'll appreciate that. I think he's pretty. Alright, we're just gonna finish this coat and then we'll be done for tonight. We're gonna paint again next week. And then we're going to play Balatro on Thursday. And we have an ad in 30 seconds here. So of course we're gonna have an ad right before I decide to be done. But I'll at least wait until that's done. That's true, Cass. It's like the creepy guys on TikTok who get in my messages and are like, I just wanted to tell you, I think you're really pretty. Like, that's nice. Please don't message me again. I've been looking at your profile and I just think you're really pretty. Okay, cool. Thanks. Peace out. Trying to even up some of these edges where I've kind of overpainted. You guys are stupid. Oh, Andy. He's not wrong. Let's just say he's not wrong. All right, there's that last layer. Honestly, we did a lot of big paint tonight. We've got 12 here, and then 2, 3, 4 down here, and then we'll have finished up the chest area, and we can move on to him's floofers. We can move on to him's floofers. Let's see who's on right now. Oops. Yeah, that's great. Thanks. I love that it just randomly starts playing stuff. I didn't want it to. Let me see. I'd kind of like to pass you guys off to somebody who's doing crafting. So I think we're gonna go see Pixel Precious. You guys know I adore Pixel. Pixel's always a really cool, nice, vibey stream. I would love if you grabbed our raid call. We're gonna wait until people get back. I'm gonna start the raid now. But we're gonna go say hi to Pixel Precious. We'll give you a little preview of Pixel's community. And yeah, good first stream, guys. Good first stream of the year. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna go lay in bed and play Balatro until I fall asleep. And we'll be back in Thursday playing Balatro on stream, and you guys can laugh at how bad I am at strategizing because I'm horrible at strategy games. And Monday we're